Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I am Gemma Haley, criminologist. And I just wanted to say that I wanted to touch on some topics that may be quite difficult. This one will be more based on philosophical concepts. So, to have an idea of love as a higher power or reason as a higher power. Now, this is just my understanding. It's not for anybody else to sit there and say this is the truth. It's not, right? It's just my understanding. So if we understand love is a point. Reasons, there are many. So if you understand that love is a point, that's a feminine aspect for an egg. Reason is a sperm, many aspects. Now let's understand this. If you want to understand how to love something, if you don't love something in the first place and it's a reason, it's a job, you don't understand it, you're not going to get it. You never will. Because it's held in the arms of love. Okay? It's not a God complex, it's a creator complex. You have to understand this. A creator complex is a point. And a reason is just many aspects to a truth. Right? Many reasons. Ugh. So we have to see. The reason I say ugh is because it can have many connotations to it. Okay? So if we have a love concept, that's a point. That's a feminine energy. Right? So a lot of men will argue, no offense to you guys out there, I love you. Many men may argue reason over love. And it's because it's their physical attributes to underpinning spiritual significance. Okay? So many men may argue a reason over love, right? And you might find this. And it's because they are the many in that connotation. Many. And then the woman is the egg. This is the point. Okay? So women are the points. Men are the many reasons. Or you can be a woman but not have a connection to that love and still be a reason. Okay? So you can become a reason instead. So you're not an aspect of a point because it's not yours, right? So I'm trying to make this make sense over what is higher, the highest position. Is it love? Is it reason? Is reason higher? Is love higher? Well, I would argue that love is higher. Love is highest point. Because if it wasn't for love, nothing would exist. You can say there's an opposition, but it doesn't matter. Because in this context, all I'm arguing is which point is higher. Is it higher? Is love higher or is reason higher? Because we can have many reasons to love. But we can't have reasons to love. Okay? Because you miss the point. You have to have a point of love before you have the reason. Okay? Because it had to exist in the first place. Right? The love point had to exist in the first place to make the reason exist. The reasons, the many reasons. Alright? So if we understand now that love is the pinnacle. Love. Right? And then we can denote those aspects of reason. And then obviously they're all below. But the pinnacle is love. So if you take away that person that loves that point, that love, then nothing's going to be resolved for that point, that love. Okay? Then there's going to just be a mass destruction. And there's never going to be a resolution. And all you're going to incur is aspects of damage at that point. So you break it. And I don't know if this is acceptable. Well, it's not acceptable in my eyes, personally. I don't know if it's acceptable in, the underpinnings of the rule of law, because I've read the rule of law and it denotes an aspect to that. Protection, safety, stuff like that. But it's a love, it's a point. That's all the other things. Wisdom and stuff, and justice and truth, and, all those aspects that point below love. Because that's why it's happened in the first place. We can say love is reason as well, because it mixed together, but there would only have ever been one reason. Okay, so when we understand and digress aspects of philosophical concepts, which is what I'm talking about, is that the love concept, which is I always portrayed love as to be the pinnacle. The Northern Lights, for example, they're up there. They're the highest point. We can see it. We can observe it. It's there. It's not hidden. So we know it exists. We know that there's a pinnacle of love. And all it took was one reason for it to be something. And so if we underpin peace and love and prosperity, we would understand that the reasons would have to directly be understood through love. So the reasons would have to directly affect or directly impact that to create a bigger aspect of love. And if you are not doing that, and you are stopping that, then that means that there's an aspect of under a rule of law where there's illegalities, right? So reason, as a first and foremost point of call, reason is not necessarily the truth. It's actually a point of call. It's a love. And then this is what takes us. Because let's just get into this for a second. There can be many reasons why, certain things take place, but is that a point where it is affecting that person? Or is it a point where it's affecting that love? And if you're missing the point, then you're not doing anything. If you're missing the point, then you're not doing anything about it. You're not creating a space of fulfillment for that point. It's just, there's nothing there, which is sad, because